Hello my lovely friends, my name is Ava and today I have some romances with longing / pining in them. I have made a few videos with this trope before, so I'll link those down below if you want even more recommendations, but here are 10 more books that have pining and longing. The first one that I'd love to mention is Out on a Limb by Hannah Bottom Young. These two characters, Beau and Win, end up having a one-night hookup at a Halloween party, and then Win finds out that she's pregnant, but she doesn't know this man at all. They decide to move in together and he's gonna help her with the pregnancy and the baby's first couple years of life, and they're going to be friends strictly. They don't want to ruin their relationship because they want to be together for their kid. But man, do they pine and long for each other throughout the midst of that. It's hard freaking core, okay? There's also great disability representation in here. We have a heroine who's born with a limb difference and a hero who is an amputee. It's one of my favorite books of all time. So any excuse to recommend it, I will gladly oblige. Next, I have Funny Feelings by Tara DeWitt. This is a single dad romance. Our heroine is a comedian, a stand-up comedian, and the hero is her coach. She used to be very popular in stand-up comedy, but ever since his daughter was born, he's kind of put comedy on the wayside, but he's more than happy to be our heroine's coach. They've been friends for so long since he's been her coach, and she absolutely loves his daughter. And yeah, he's a single dad and his daughter is deaf, and so she also knows sign language. She's able to communicate with them. Like, I love these characters so much. But anyway, they have to start fake dating for the media because he used to be very popular when he was doing stand-up comedy, and she's about to be a part of this comedy tour. They want to like get her name out there more, so how about fake date a very popular comedian? And so they have to fake date for the media, for media purposes. And they've actually been hardcore crushing on each other for quite a while. I feel like the hero more so, his is like a gradual, slow burn that's like burning in his chest. And the heroine's just like, oh, it's never gonna happen. I'm not gonna think about it because he would never look at me that way, but he does. So he's more of like the piner person. Next I have Dad Bod Wingman by Carla Doyle. This one we have characters who have both been pining after each other. The hero ends up moving back to the town he was from and opening up a bar, and there he runs into his childhood crush, who is also his like best friend as a kid. He decides to finally ask her out on a date, and when she agrees, he's absolutely shocked. And yeah, it turns out they've both been pining after each other for quite a while. This is a hot novella read. I do have a bunch of Cassie Mint novellas. Let's mention 4 of them. First, I have Dancing with the Enemy by Cassie Mint. This is basically The Hating Game, but make it a novella and hotter. So these two characters are vying after the same position at their company, and at the company like dance party, there's like a party, dance, ball, whatever. They dance with each other and they realize that there's a fine line between love and hate. Turns out the hero has been actually pining after the heroine this whole freaking time. Woke Up Wed by Cassie Mint. This one is, I think, a boss employee romance, if I'm not mistaken. And both of them have been pining after each other and they wake up, I think, wed in Vegas. Silver Fox by Cassie Mint is my next one. This one is a boss assistant romance. So Carr has been Galen's personal assistant for a few years and has pined after him for just as long. What she doesn't know is Galen feels the exact same way. So this book is basically about the dam like breaking and them revealing their feelings for one another, and he is a silver fox. So next is Santa Baby by Cassie Mint. These two characters are also co-workers. I think the hero owns this like cafe place and the heroine works there, and they're both snowed in together around Christmas time, if not Christmas Eve, around Christmas time, and things get hot and heavy even though it should not, because there is an age gap between the two, but it's okay. It's okay. They've been pining after each other for so long. If you want some holiday reads, because the holiday season is coming up soon, I have a few recommendations. This is How the Duke Saved Christmas by Anna Harrington. These two actually used to be engaged, but she broke off the engagement because she was recently disabled. She is unable to walk after being in a carriage. I was about to say car. There's no cars. In a carriage accident. She just thinks like she is not able to be what a duchess is meant to be. If she's not able to walk, she can't run a household. The hero this whole time thinks that the reason why she cut off the engagement is because she blames him for the accident, when that is not the case whatsoever. It's been, I think, a year since the engagement broke. It's around Christmas time, and the heroine and her brother are traveling, but the bridge up ahead has broken through, the carriage can't go over it. Her ex-fiance's estate, who just happens to be friends with the hero, his estate is nearby, and he's like, let's go take shelter there because there's going to be a bad snowstorm. So that's what they do, even though the heroine is very reluctant to do so. And this whole book is about the hero trying to convince the heroine that she is worthy of his love and he's going to win her back. He's been pining after her this whole entire time, and the heroine has two, but she's more reserved about it and has closed herself off to it because she does not want to get her hopes up, because she's like, I can't be with this man. I can't. He deserves better, even though he does not. I also have When She Was Naughty by Tessa Dare. The banter in this one is absolutely fantastic. Essentially, the heroine and the hero are like enemies. They keep bickering at each other. They don't like each other. And the heroine tells the hero that her family is throwing this ugly Christmas sweater party. ugly waistcoat apparently in that time period, and he shows up to the party in like the ugly waistcoat to like impress her, and no one else is in it, and he like in an ugly waistcoat, and he feels so embarrassed, and she chases after him and realizes, wait, he like did this for me? Does this man actually like me? She realizes there's a fine line between love and hate. So yeah, he's been pining after her this whole freaking time. Lastly, I have a Wallflower Christmas by Lisa Kleypas. This is technically the last book in the Wallflower series. It is a novella technically, but I feel like it's a full-length book. You do get little epilogue-esque stories about the characters in the actual Wallflower series, but you also get a whole new romance, which is the longing/pining part in here. I believe the hero is arranged to marry someone else, but then he meets a heroine at this house party, this Christmas house party, and he's like, oh no, and he ends up falling in love with her instead, even though he should not. That was short and sweet, but a lot of these were novellas, so let me know down below if you've read any of these or if you plan to, and if you don't feel like commenting anything else, you can leave me any Christmas emoji, I guess, because there were a few Christmas books on here. But yeah, let me know if you've read any of these or if you plan to, and if you have any recommendations for me down below. I'd love some. But anyways, thank y'all so much for watching. I will see y'all soon in my next one. Bye y'all.